And we should be live.
Uh,
Ah,
the end.
Uh.
That's all, folks.
yep. Does anyone remember Bob? Ah.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh no. Do we have Jade? I saw Jade light up, but I didn't hear Jade.
No, I'm here.
Okay, okay.
Oh, you're just really quiet. Have you been here this whole time?
I've been here the whole time.
You're
Oh,
on
gosh.
200%. How come I can't hear you?
Mm.
Yeah, you're also turned way up in mine and I can't hear you. Like, I can, but only barely.
I
Weird.
cannot get my microphone closest to my face, and my input is at 100%.
Just pop
Weird.
it in your mouth.
I
Nom,
don't
nom,
think that'll
nom.
improve the sound quality
Delicious.
somehow.
All right. So, welcome friends. This is session 4. And I should read a thing. Yes, the intro. I should read it.
In case you missed the other 4. 3.
I mean, you could have, and
What a weird place to choose to join us, but you do you.
yep. Well, anyway, hi folks. Welcome to Does Anyone Remember Bob, a special October mini-series by Standing Stones Productions with special guest Izzy of Hope's Hearth and Nichelle, who is unfortunately not joining us today. Today we are playing the titular game Does Anyone Remember Bob, a 200-word RPG by Simon Gottwald. This is a game of body horror and rumors. Most of you joined the support group when the first symptoms emerged. Others waited a lot longer. Some of you are here for the first time. Some of you have been coming for months. All of you have heard the stories about the illness long before you were infected. How it spreads, the growths, the deformations, the camps. But none of you know which stories are true and which ones are just rumors. You still don't know for sure. There is no cure. The transformation is inevitable. It will only get worse. You will be taken away. That's what they say. You're hiding your infection from your relatives and friends. This group is the only place where you can talk freely about it. About what you've heard, about what you've seen, about what you experience. I'm August, and you can find me on Twitter at Harpydora. My pronouns are they, them. Playing with me today we have, let's see, what order are we going to go in? We're going to go in counterclockwise order, which means we have Izzy.
Oh, hi. Hello, I'm Izzy. I use sincere pronouns, and I'm playing Cascade, who is new to the meetings. Weird. Who uses she, they.
We also have Anya.
I'm Anya. My pronouns are they, them. And I'm playing Allie, who is not new. He just here.
And last but certainly not least, we have Jade.
Hi, hello, I'm Jade. You can find me most places on the internet at Jade Oxford Rose, and I use they, them pronouns. I'm playing Morden, who mostly uses he, him pronouns.
Oh shit. We're having an MB stream day.
Our lines, which are things we absolutely do not want to see, are racism, sexism, transphobia or homophobia, violence against children and non-sapient animals, domestic violence or intimate partner violence, emotional abuse, sexual assault, and police violence. Our veils, which are things we're fine with addressing but will just fade to black on, are self-harm, graphic depictions of violence, steamy situations, hospitalization, and suicidal thoughts or ideation. Content warnings for this game include ableism, mental illness such as depression, body horror, plagues and pandemics, illness, eugenics, and possible mentions of alcohol or drug use. Now that we've got all that, let's convene our support meeting. And convening the support meeting involves Precious, not on Heelys this time.
No, aw.
No Heelys this time. He looks like crap. He looks like he hasn't slept in a few days. Very rumpled, and he's just kind of like zombieing his way through setting up the coffee maker and setting up the chairs. No Starbucks.
Where are we this time? Because we changed location, didn't we?
We did. We're no longer sharing space with the Bartlett Crafts and Creative Society. that's a good question.
Morden did offer the gallery space.
That's right. So, yeah, we're probably at the Faraday cage then.
Like, Morden would have given you, like, the code for the back door. Like, everybody would have got the message then, be able to let themselves in.
Oh my god, I just had a horrible thought. Precious stealing the
So,
coffee maker from the community center to bring to the Faraday cage.
Oh no.
there is a better coffee maker here. Artists live and work here. We have a better coffee maker.
Yeah, so Precious is setting up the coffee, looking like crap. And once everything's set up, he's just like standing next to the coffee maker, just waiting. Okay, in the chat, Shrog is like, "Oh no, the illness took his Heelys away. Truly the worst symptom. The illness did not take away his Heelys. The Heelys still exist. He's just too tired to use the Heelys and not eat shit."
Shit.
Yeah. Like, don't worry. The Heelys are fine. The Heelys are fine. The government has done nothing to the Heelys.
F in chat for the Heelys.
F.
Precious feels Morden sort of arrive behind him. And just arm reaches round to the coffee maker. And pours coffee, and he's just like, I really wouldn't look at me if I were you.
And
I mean, the
deprive
others are
myself
probably.
and deprive myself of your smiling face. And Precious like pulls out some sunglasses and puts them on, but doesn't actually like look at Morden.
I just don't want something to happen to you on my account more than what's already happening to you.
It's fine.
I will point out that the arm that reaches past you, you can see, as well as like the blackened, clawed look, there is now what looks like very fine feathers along his arm, like a kiwi bird. Those sort of very fine feathers that look a little bit like hair.
Soft. I think as you guys are having this delightful banter, there's just a very firm knock at the back door.
Hello?
Daisy did not give
I
Cascade
think
the code.
we'll hit the buzzer, because there's an intercom. It's just like, yeah.
Daisy told me to come here.
You Cascade.
I am in fact Cascade, yes.
It's the door release.
Just clicks the door open and comes in, and it's this like tall person with like bright like pink afro floof. Looks very tired. Somehow has leaves and flowers in her hair.
I mean, they live with Daisy. That doesn't seem that surprising.
No.
Morden also looks fucking exhausted. He is exhausting, generally speaking, but he looks exhausted. And is wearing like a pair of douchebag little John Lennon sunglasses. And says to you, love the hair. Means it. His hair is now down around his feet. Is that long?
Thanks. Kind of does that up and down look. I like yours too.
I feel like mine's a less of a stylistic choice. Coffee's that way.
Oh, thank God there's
and
coffee.
She sees like the feathers and the claws and that.
And now I understand where Daisy got coffee a few weeks ago. All right.
Quick question, Izzy.
Yes.
Does Precious see anything?
Oh, yes. Like, there's just this superimposed image of, like, this, like, massive, like, werewolf creature who's missing an arm. Cascade has a prosthetic
Okay.
for one arm, and the werewolf doesn't have the prosthetic because it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And you guys could see, like, poking out of the afro, there's, like, pointed ears. Hands have, like, claw nails. Teeth are much sharper than they should be. The eyes kind of, like, flash weirdly in low light. As they move, like, to the coffee maker to get coffee.
Cool.
So, yep. It's like seeing the just take the werewolf image and just lower the opacity and just paste it right over.
I was just wondering if like the werewolf thing was part of the infection or if a Cascade was just a werewolf.
No, it's part of the infection.
Okay, cool.
She's a botanist. It's just like, I hate this, actually.
While we're still doing the sort of preamble, Morden will move sort of back into Precious's orbit and ask him, sorry, hey, have you heard from Thomas?
I haven't heard much of anything from anybody recently. I've been kind of dealing with my own shit. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Yeah, me neither.
Concerning, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, Levi was here last week. He's not going to be here today, but yeah.
I didn't hear any news about the feds nabbing a famous musician.
From Morden, from his pocket, like I think Morden's got like a massive, like kind of house coat, bathrobe, trench coat kind of a vibe. It's hard to tell. Pulls out like the National Enquirer or some kind of USA Today, some kind of tabloid, and on the cover it's got Rabid Dog. Levi Langston goes berserk during VIP tour for attacking fan for a petting dog. And there's like all the subheadings like former bandmate Stu speaks out on what made Levi snap. I didn't realize they allowed service animals for alcoholism, says former label rep Thomas Stanford. And there's this sort of blown up photo of Levi with this snarl on his face, punching out this metalhead. Brackets derogatory, which is editorializing from Danielle, who has grabbed Elle's tail. Els is clearly wearing a service animal do not pet jacket.
Well,
But yeah, gives that to Precious there. Well, and the one advantage Levi has is it's really hard to make him disappear.
yep.
We don't get any Paul is dead conspiracies. When does Allie show up?
Allie can show up. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. The door can slowly open to a very haggard-looking Allie, who I
Oh,
think is still
buddy.
wearing a hospital bracelet.
Oh, buddy.
And just looks like a wreck. Poor boy, he's a wreck. There's no better way to say it.
He gets to see the new person that is Cascade, who dresses in fairly bright clothing, has the bright pink hair, but looks like she doesn't want to talk to anybody, yet she is here.
I think before he even looks at who's in the room, he's just like, I figured it out. Well, Mezu figured it out. Well, Well, is there coffee? Are there sweets? Who are you?
Daisy's roommate, Cascade. Hi.
Hey,
I
she's talked a
assume.
lot about you.
And I'm not going to say none of it isn't true, but I will say that her words sometimes.
Yeah, we have met, Daisy.
She's not here because she doesn't feel well.
That sucks,
Uh,
man.
Hey, Anya, important question.
Huh.
Ali's, however you want to describe Ali's situation,
Yeah.
how much of it is based on proximity?
Uh,
How
I don't
close
think
does he
I
have
don't
to be?
not. I think he just when it's happening to someone else, it happens to him. So if there's something
Okay.
happening you would like to inform Allie about, or
Um,
me.
Unfortunate.
yeah, I'd say as he sort of gets in there, his feet really ache. Like, when you get that horrible cramp in your foot, like that painful, and you can't put weight on your foot, that kind of cramping. And your back feels like it's been flayed open
Ooh,
and something is pushing its way out.
bad.
I think Allie's gonna stop and be like, first Mesu's swords, now this. Who's being ripped open from the inside out?
Oh,
Your
that'd be
hands will
me.
also hurt because of.
Oh my
And
god,
it'll
this
feel
sucks.
like you just don't have an arm on one side.
Fuck me, man.
Yeah, I mean, Cascade literally is missing an arm, so.
Yeah.
I think Allie is like sweating and just sort of like slumped in a chair.
Yeah, Morden will sort of help you sit and just like I would face. Turns the chair around so he can sit forward on it and like rest his arms on the back of the chair. Because that's the position that Morden has to sit in right now.
Thanks. That's better. I take it it's you then.
Yeah. Sorry, kid.
I need more coffee.
I got you. And like Morden is now that you can sort of see a little bit in his movements, but he's not letting it show on his face
Oh.
how much pain he's in.
Allie quietly is admiring that, like through all the pain is like, all right, tough guy. I see you.
Stop staring at my ass.
Mm. But it's so pretty.
You're
How
the
would
one who
you
invited me to the
know?
Dungeons and BDSM night. Can't think of a
Brings you
Dungeons and
coffee.
Dragons pun. Just give me black coffee.
This
Brings
is where
you
those
coffee.
happen.
Used to. But yeah, we'll take a seat. Make sure Precious has coffee. And then yeah. This might be it tonight, kids.
This can't be it. There's still so much more pain to feel. And Allie's just sweating, slumped over the front of the chair, like drinking cup after cup of black coffee.
Oh, buddy.
What?
I think Cascade like holds up her phone and kind of wiggles it as she like sits in a chair. I have a date on Mezu if anybody wants it. Since I
Yeah.
keep getting dragged over there.
I think Allie will perk up a little bit, like he knows a little bit and
Mhm.
wants to help at all.
Yeah, he is okay. At least as okay as somebody with 3 swords sticking out of him can be. We finally found a pain medicine that works. So, but it makes him extremely tired. Also, we managed to convince Daisy to cut back the plants that she put in his house.
Well, that was nice of her.
Parker, Mezu's, and at that Cascade kind of looks at her phone, looks up at everybody, and just confused but also kind of amused face. Mezu's friend, Parker, is helping to take care of him. So hopefully if there is another meeting, he'll be able to make it. I am currently tracking down a wheelchair.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I can, I don't know, steal one from one of the science and medical buildings on campus where I go to college. So, because they've got shitty ones. Also, hi, I'm Cascade. I use she, they pronouns. I'm assuming this works like an AA meeting. I don't know.
There's a lot less God here.
I think Allie also tells her like, yeah, I should be able to procure a wheelchair from my college. They gave me that scooter last time without very many questions.
Well, that would be a huge help. Do you need like a car or something to put it in?
Yeah.
Cool.
Allie's definitely one of those college kids that only bikes everywhere.
I have a truck,
But yeah.
so I'll be able to help you get it, and we can take it over to Mezu and see if what we can do to modify it so that the swords don't do things. This virus is weird, y'all.
Really.
To put it mildly, yeah.
Mm.
So Disney's out sick, Mezu's out sick, Levi is page one news.
I think at that Cascade
Mm.
like stops, like, because she was like sipping coffee, and she like stops and like looks at Morden and is like, "Wait, that Levi?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!"
When he's here, you're not allowed to react like that. Precious gets really about it.
I won't. But holy shit, I'm gonna react right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's fair. And we don't know about Thomas, so
I wouldn't be surprised if the feds got him one way or another.
yeah.
You remember that big heist a while back, the one that's like $50 million worth of stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Please tell me it wasn't.
Are you shitting me?
Do I look like the shitting sort? Wait, don't answer that.
I won't. I bet
Alright.
he's the
Daisy
The
found
other
interesting
week,
friends.
I found a fucking miniature Faraday cage on my desk, and the video surveillance system had been disabled. Motherfucker.
You learn a lot about a guy when you crash on his couch. And
Learn a lot about a guy when you do other things too, but not that apparently. Anyway, how are people doing?
Figured it out.
So what is it? I'm guessing I'm not helping right now.
No, it's you, it's Mezu, it's everyone.
What is happening, if I can ask that?
Everyone's pain is mine too.
Oh. That
That
sucks.
fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
Is it weird that having an answer kind of helps?
No.
No.
And it helps.
At least, like, you know what's going on, so you're not just like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck.
Yeah.
Now it's just a singular what the fuck.
Guess so, yeah. That's
I can turn
all I
into a
got.
werewolf.
Huh.
Way to break the
Okay.
ice.
That's all I got. I can turn into a werewolf. Daisy probably told you I've been much grumpier lately and snappier. It's because I was literally turning into a dog.
Usually my visions are a little more metaphorical than that. Huh.
Oh, you're Pink Cassandra. Okay.
Are you gonna be alright with a coyote?
Yeah, I should be fine.
This whole meeting is just quotes out of context.
Mm.
Mm.
Mostly it's
Anything got
just if I get hungry.
noted? What about
Okay.
you, Pinky? Looks at Precious specifically, realizing that everybody in this room except for him has pink hair. Granted, he probably calls Precious Pinky, like, think Pinky in the Brain kind of
Yeah.
vibes,
Mhm.
Oh no.
because he's known Precious longer.
Been having dreams, you know. Just sometimes I can't really tell what's a dream and what might be related to all of this, and he just like gestures around. Some of the
Yeah.
stuff has been coming true and some of it hasn't been, and it's just not worth it to sleep anymore.
Mm.
Think I don't think we have very much longer, right?
I
Oh,
mean,
what?
we're not going to be turfed out by knitters here, but yeah, probably shouldn't let the meeting run longer than it would have. Otherwise, don't want to get suspicions up of anyone in the neighborhood.
Why does everyone keep saying it's almost over? What's gonna happen?
Depends who you ask.
You haven't noticed the like increased amount of unmarked vehicles around?
No, they're unmarked. They're just vehicles.
Oh, honey. That's unmarked vehicles is usually the feds.
Yeah, but how do you... Which ones are...
It takes practice. Don't give yourself a hard time about it. It's in the same way, like, you have to know how to spot an undercover cop at a protest. It's like, once you know to look for the shoes, it's a lot. You got enough to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
One benefit that you've got is that, at least outwardly, you don't look like you've got anything going on. Hopefully they'll ignore you.
Nothing outwardly, just new injuries every other day.
Like somebody with EDS or something.
And you notice that also Allie doesn't have the foot scooter. Like, should, if he had broken his foot, should still have a broken foot. It's not been that long.
Hmm.
And like gestures to his foot, like try explaining how this got better in like a day or two. Only to then end up in the hospital with no clear symptoms.
Fair point.
I've been thinking we need at least folks who are still around need to find ways out.
Hmm.
But I don't know where the fuck to go.
It's everywhere like this.
Getting there.
I mean, less populated places would probably be marginally safer, but then go to 2 small town vibes and then, well, people talk, don't they?
Did always like to joke about running away to the woods and isolating from society.
Now might be the time.
Daisy can always just put up a wall of vegetation.
Pretty badass.
They're the thickest hedges you've ever seen, filled with
I
weird
know.
plants.
I've been to Mezu's bedroom before.
Listen though, the moss bed that she made, that thing's comfy. Like the next time you go over there, just like sit on it.
I'll be sure to.
I think she plans to do that to the couch also. Which actually doesn't fare well for Mezu. Probably in the long run, his house is getting more noticeable. But you can't tell Daisy that she has to stop.
No, maybe
Dream of
it's
it.
worth asking her to concentrate her efforts elsewhere, or at least spread it around a bit.
I can try. I'll make sure I can explain why. I think for comedy's sake, just because Cascade's ears just suddenly like kind of just 2 wolf ears just boop out of the afro
Mm.
and twig like flick. Cascade does not bring attention to this herself. She just sips her coffee.
Precious arches an eyebrow and just long slurp of his coffee.
An upside to some people's situations is that tomorrow's Halloween.
Hmm.
So
I mean-
costumes excuse.
People wear cat ears and headbands all the time. Right?
Yeah, just
You-
tell people you're a furry. They might not respect you, but there's precedent.
It's not worth arresting someone over.
I don't know. I've seen a few furries get arrested. It's always funny.
Oh my god.
Listen, it's not the furries who are funny. It's the fact that the cops are putting somebody in a fursuit in a cop car. There's no way to like have anybody respect you for doing that. You're putting a mascot in a cop car.
So Like those heads are big. Do they fit in the?
They can. It depends. Sips coffee.
Do we need a plan?
I mean, does anybody know anybody who lives elsewhere that could take people or at least pass them on? 'Cause I know one person, but she lives on the other side of the country.
Yeah, I think Ali traveled pretty far to get here for college. Like he wanted to leave his hometown.
The only people I trust with this are all in the same room as me right now, so
Hmm. Mezu might know somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, and my goes off grid. Haven't heard from him in months, so.
I can also ask Daisy. Who knows? She might know somebody.
Is a mystery.
Yeah. She is. Sometimes she says things and I learn a whole new thing about her that it's just like, wait, what the fuck?
That girl could vomit rainbows and it would not shock me, frankly.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what's going to be happening, but I'm going to leave that code the same on the door. We can keep using this space. I haven't got any residents upstairs at the moment, so.
if it helps, I haven't seen anything about this space yet, so I just I don't know.
Mm.
Do you think that they'll ever just stop trying to do this? That they'll leave people alone?
I don't know. I'll have to admit publicly something's going on first.
Yeah. It's getting harder not to.
Yeah, well, it just leads me to think that they probably have an idea of what's going on and are at fault.
Sounds about right.
Hate
I don't
that.
know. It wouldn't shock me if fucking Reagan hadn't made a deal with something back in the day and all the chickens are coming home to roost.
God. Fucking God. Alright, we steal a boat and we go find an island and we just hide there.
Don't hate it.
A few people, I'm not saying that it isn't a good, because it is, but what about all the people that are out there dealing with shit
How do
with
we
no
save
option of a
everyone?
boat? No, well, we can't, is the thing.
Can't rest on our shoulders.
No, I know. I'm not saying it should. I'm just saying I don't think I'm gonna be able to run. Much as I might want to.
I don't think I'd be able to do that either. It was just an attempt at a joke, but I'm tired.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this has been uplifting.
Well, I mean, none of us are dead yet, so
Positive.
that's good. Um, I've still got my dashing good looks. That's good looks.
Good Lukes.
Listen, I'm tired, okay? But I've still got my dashing good looks, even if I don't have my dashing good vocabulary. You know, that's still a win. And I mean, it's not all bad. You know, maybe one day I can get some lottery numbers. That'll be fun. Just got to figure out how to tune this thing. And he taps his temple.
This taps for tap side hit 3 times.
I think, Precious, I think winning the lottery is the exact opposite of laying low.
I mean, if you win like a smaller amount,
No, go big or go home.
Go somewhere.
then you can just pay the government off. Like all of the rich fucks.
True big brains in here.
Yep. That's me, big brain precious.
What they always call you.
That's what my sister calls me. Yep. She definitely doesn't call me, or Faye definitely doesn't call me a twerp.
Sounds like true sibling behavior. Allie, do you want a ride over to Mezuz if you want to head over there today?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. I promised to help Parker make cookies.
That sounds like, honestly, a really fun, refreshing, normal activity.
Obviously, everybody else is invited. I say this because Mezu keeps over and over saying that everybody is allowed to come over to his house whenever they want.
I think he's lonely.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I'm not leaving the house much anymore. I think, Ali, you feel something shift in your back. And where Morden has like his hands curled around like the top of the chair, grips onto it hard enough to snap the wood.
Does the wood snap?
Oh yeah.
That startles the shit out of Cascade, who like drops the cup of coffee and like half shifts into wolf.
I think Allie is grateful for that distraction because he's handling it much worse than that.
Sorry.
Cascade trying to keep the prosthetic straps from tearing as she fumbles with a big paw to pull it off. It's like, no, it's fine. Loud noise. Just kind of jumpy.
Allie is mimicking your gripping gesture, but Noodle Arms over here is not. breaking a chair. Like, damn, buddy. What was that one?
Something just popped out.
Excuse me.
That sure was a sentence to say.
You can't just say that.
You asked what it was.
I wish I didn't now.
Yeah, well, we've all made regrets in this life, kid.
Allie is like feeling his back, like, ugh. While also like looking at yours.
The thing that Morden is wearing is pretty dark in color already. But I think you could see, like, in the same way like dark fabric gets dark when it's wet, you can see something, and there's definitely more under there than there was a moment ago.
Does it smell like blood?
Oh no.
No, weirdly enough.
Oh, that's
That's
worse.
good, honestly.
What does it smell like? For the wolf in the
Mm.
room.
Ozone.
Mm.
Um,
Cascades snoot wrinkles, like
a little
Ugh.
bit like Ica, I guess. Like a little bit bitter. A little bit like tar. It's not a good smell, but it
Oh.
isn't a blood smell.
Cascade's nose wrinkles up. A little bit of like a lip curl over the front teeth. Are you good? Because that doesn't smell good.
Gee, thank you.
What everyone wants to hear.
Listen, gestures to own wolfish face.
I mean, you can take a fucking look if you want. It's on my back. I can't exactly tell you what is happening when I can't see it. I think Maud's got that sort of greyish quality to her skin, like looking very washed out.
Do you want somebody to look?
If you want to.
I think Cascade will like sort of stand up carefully. Somehow they've managed not to like destroy their clothes, which is probably helped by the fact that they're wearing a button up and leggings. And like steps over behind Morden to like shift his hair out of the way and like move the trench coat jacket thing.
It's a lot of hair to move.
Yes, it's like Rapunzel levels of hair.
A little bit. And I think what you see when you do so is, you know how like little metal pinwheels look? Like that arrangement of, not quite tessellating, but that sort of shape, like of 6 or 7, like the way they almost sort of curve around each other. You can see like what looks like that underneath Morden's skin on his back, and it's like super fucking bruised, and a mess. And one of these 7 has burst through out of the skin, and it looks like a soaking wet wing, and there are eyes in it that blink at you.
Cascade kind of like blinks back at the eyes of like.
I probably shouldn't be able to see you right now, should I?
No, I was about to ask if you could.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fucking weird.
that's very weird. It's a wing.
Long slurp of coffee.
As
Be
always,
not
precious,
afraid, I
your
guess.
insight is treasured.
I can't look at you.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Okay. Do you have like paper towels or something around here so that I can at least like kind of try to clean this up for you?
Don't worry about it.
All
I'll
right.
throw myself in the wet room later.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Yep. Do you want me to cover it back up?
No, it's all fine.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Yep. Goes back over to her chair. Doesn't sit in it now because it's just awkward to sit in a chair. But does go about picking up the coffee from the floor, like the coffee cup, and it's just like,
I
where are
think
the
that
paper
it's
towels?
only the fact that this wing is like weighed down with this weird Ica stuff is the only reason why it's not going full like fucking Final Fantasy VII one winged angel out the side of him right now. Like that's why it's not unfolding, because it's like weighed down with whatever this liquid is.
Cascade probably got a little bit of it on like her paw because touching the fabric and stuff.
Hmm.
It's just
I don't think it hurts them.
yeah,
It's just sticky.
yeah, just sticky, gross. Smells kind of bad. um, okay. Well, if you do ever
Okay.
want to leave here, let me know. I have a truck and could just hide you in the back under a tarp.
You sure know how to treat a gal.
Yep. It's
Alright.
the farmer's best way to transport. Or I can get a horse
Okay.
trailer.
Okay. Hey, Precious, do you think maybe we should wrap for tonight?
Yeah, I think we should probably thinking about that. That doesn't sound pleasant. We should let you be.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Same time next week, everybody.
Yeah, same time next week.
Okay. Well, feel free to let yourselves out. I'm gonna go upstairs. And I think as he starts to move away, Precious, out of the corner of your eye, you just catch sight of multiple of those wings. Um, and like shedding off a just an upsetting amount of light.
Yeah, I think Precious like opens his mouth to say something but then decides against it and just slams back the rest of his coffee before throwing the cup away and going to start cleaning up.
Cascade is gonna ask Allie a very awkward question, which is, Allie, can you just pet the top of my head for just a second to calm me down so that I can shift back?
I think Allie, still looking forward, just reaches over to do so without even like looking. Just
Just
blinding pain. You're in another place.
yeah, just gets hand in like soft floofy fur,
Does
which
make him feel a little better.
which slowly just kind of turns back into the fluffy afro. And she sort of like shakes herself a bit. It's like, okay, at least I didn't tear my clothes this time. Okay, do you need help, Allie?
Now let's go to Mazu's and make some cookies. I just want to do something mundane.
Yeah, sure. Come on. Like offers Allie like her one hand because the prosthetic still isn't back on. Oh, like go to truck, leave.
Did
All right. Well, that concludes I believe this is session 4 of Does Anyone Remember Bob? Playing with me today has been Jade.
What's up? I'm Jade. You can find me most places on the internet at Jade Oxford Rose. Feel free to come yell at me about what I'm doing with this character. Love to be validated in my choices by people's rage.
We've also been joined by Izzy.
Hi, I have been and will continue to be Izzy. You can find me on Twitter at the Shondeer and Tumblr at Lotsadeer. And you can find the podcasts that I do at HS Enclave. Yeah, come check us out. You can also, yell at me about what I'm doing to Mezu. Would love to hear it.
And last but certainly not least, we have been joined by Anya.
Hey, still Anya, still they, them, still not gonna find me.
Cryptid status.
Yep, it's true.
I mean, you'll just be bored if you do. I don't post anything.
Cryptid status, your local librarian.
All right, in that case, everyone have a fantastic rest of your day.
And have a great Halloween.
Yes,
Yeah.
happy
Happy
Halloween!
Halloween!
Happy Halloween!